Yeah, what it do, baby? It's MOONKID Max back with another episode of MOONKID Max's reviews and reactions. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, y'all. So today I'm gonna be talking about the new Blumhouse production, Imaginary. I first want to talk about how I can't believe it took this long for an imaginary friend horror movie to come out. Like, what? The last imaginary friend horror movie that I remember was the Disney Channel original movie Don't Look Under the Bed. When that joint came out, it gave me nightmares. I was terrified as a kid. Like, yo, that movie fucked me up as a child, bro. So if you know, you know. However, I was like thinking, like, dude, this is me like 10 years ago thinking, I can't believe they haven't made an imaginary friend like horror movie. And they have had stuff like Annabelle or like Paranormal Activity, where you have like an entity attached to like something, but it wasn't specifically a imaginary friend, you know what I mean? Whereas like in Paranormal Activity, the little girl was talking to Toby was always a weirdo. Why the ghost guy, why did the effing ghost guy be named Toby? But anyways, yeah, so it hasn't really been no imaginary films like based around horror or whatever. So I was like, dude, let's go. Like, I saw the trailer, I was on board immediately. So all in all, I think that Imaginary has an amazing concept. Like, the concept is so dope to me, yo. However, I'm gonna just tell y'all at the beginning that I don't think the movie was executed properly, and they took a dope concept and does what Blumhouse does. Is usually like a Get Out and it's amazing, or it's like Truth or Dare and it's like and yeah, Imaginary is like in the middle for me, to be honest, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. You'll understand by the end. So first, before I get into my critiques about why I think it was mid, I just want to like say what I liked and what I thought was good. And a thing that I thought was good was the mother, the stepmom, and the little girl. It was two girls, a father, a mom, and a little girl. And the little girl, this little white girl, was so creepy. Her name's Piper Braun. I looked her up. And yeah, that little white girl, she grown as fuck, because for her acting, I was like, man, she's very intuitive as an actress, and like, she's mad young, but like, dude, that little girl was creeping me out. She was doing her job. That little girl she was supposed to scare niggas, act like a weird little kid. She did her job. And then DeWanda Wise, like, she did a good job leading the movie as well. And I think she was a strong lead. She was charismatic. You were interested in her story as an artist and about things that was going on with her as a kid, and how like they moved back into the house and things were re-emerging. I liked all that. I thought all that was good. The father was just there. And the teenage girl, I didn't really like her character too much, because you know how like in like horror movies, the teenagers always have to be god awful. They just have to suck, and I get it, but geez, girl, it was too much dip on their chip with how much this teenage girl hated her stepmom. Like, it's one thing to have tension or like getting to know somebody, or like this is a new person in your life, your dad is like showing this woman attention or whatever, but like this girl was just straight up asshole. I don't know how else to say. She was an asshole. And of course, you know, by the end of the movie, they trauma bond basically, and they go through all this shit. So by the end of the movie, she likes the stepmom. But I didn't really like the way they wrote her character. But the point is, the good was the little girl, Piper. I forgot her name in the movie. I can't even think right now. But and then DeWanda Wise, the stepmom, they had a dope dynamic. I thought that the final act was the best part of the movie. It was clearly the best part of the movie. And you know, with me, I'd rather have a movie start slow and have a slow burn and then like end like strong as fuck, as opposed to a movie starting like amazing, like so dope, and then like halfway through or towards the final act that she just falls apart. And yeah, I'd rather have a movie end strong than end fucked up. So I think it's good that the movie did start off a little slow, and it was like a slow burn, a slow rise, but it ended strong. I will give it that. And the reason it ended strong is because whereas leading up into the final act, it's just your standard run-of-the-mill. You've seen all these tropes in every single other horror movie. You just seen it, yo. But then towards the end, they start taking references from like Nightmare on Elm Street and like Coraline and Alice in Wonderland, and they go into this like imaginary world basically, and it's kind of like Insidious in a way where they got to go and retrieve somebody from the imaginary world. This isn't spoilers, you see it in the trailer, I'm not saying too much, but it was dope. It was cool. We saw the creatures looked good, the world looked good, the imaginary, the bending, and like how you could create whatever you wanted, and the trippiness and psychedelic aspects of it. The end of the final act was like, it was good, man. I really enjoyed it. It was just a burn, like we had to wait to get there. That's what I mean, like your standard run-of-the-mill horror, like paranormal being haunted by an entity movie. If this movie came out in 2005, then it would be innovative. It would be like, yo, this is some next level shit right here. This is a good movie. This is an iconic movie. But, however, because we are 2024, me personally, I'm 31 years old. I've been watching movies like this for years now, and it was just a little stale, like just seeing all of these like hashed out concepts that we've already seen before just being plugged in like a formula, literally just like a formula. There were a couple of twists, you know. I always give props to a movie that at least tries, you know, you make an attempt to like shake us up a little bit. So there were a couple of twists. One twist I saw coming, another twist wasn't like the most innovative or craziest twist. Like I kind of see twists like this before, however, it was like, you know what, I like that. It's cool. That's a cool twist. I like it. Chauncey the Bear, you know, you could tell that they were really trying to prop him up to like make him like a Annabelle or a Megan type thing, where you have this Brandon and they could like sell like merchandise from this like teddy bear or whatever. And I feel like I'm looking throughout the zeitgeist and it seems like people aren't attracted, or it's not hitting the way like Chauncey the Bear isn't hitting the way Megan was, for example. So it seems like it was something they were trying. I see the potential. I see what they were trying to do. So Chauncey the Bear was cool, the whole concept and how the bear moved. It did move on its own, but it wasn't like Chucky running around with a knife or nothing. It was always just these creepy little movements. So all in all, I wasn't like terribly bored with the beginning, like in the middle and lead up to the final act. Like I was, because y'all guys said I be working all day. I worked all day, and like if I go into a movie and I don't start falling asleep, then it's not that bad. Because if it's a bad movie and I seen that after I've been at work all day, I've been falling asleep. It is what it is. I didn't fall asleep. I wasn't even getting drowsy. So yeah, that's a plus. Like all in all, I think that the lead up wasn't terrible. I liked it better than others probably, but I do acknowledge that it was pretty mid, like from an analytical standpoint. That being said, the final act was dope enough. Like it was cool enough for me to like see how the movie went to that third act and then how it ended, where I'm like, I mean, if they do a sequel, I'm in. I'ma watch it. I will spend money to watch a sequel if y'all keep up this dopeness that y'all just showed us towards the end of the movie. It can't be that mid we've seen in the beginning and middle, but like, yeah, I'm down for a sequel, man. So if you haven't seen Imaginary, I would suggest, if you're in the mood for a classic style paranormal haunting entity type horror movie, then go catch a matinee. I wouldn't recommend you spend full price on this, but a matinee or something, catch it. If you feel like you're just not in the mood for some run-of-the-mill regular haunted paranormal movie, then you can skip it. Wait for streaming, enjoy it on streaming, friends together, and just vibe out to a good horror movie, you know. And I think that it is a good streaming movie for sure. But theater experience, I recommend that you do the matinee. Otherwise, though, I think I would like enjoy sequels. So yeah, that's my review for Imaginary. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you have a good weekend. If you enjoyed that review, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Drop me a comment about whether you've seen the movie and what you thought about it. If you haven't seen it, if my review helped you, whether or not you're going to go see it. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing these reviews. Help this community out. Put my 2 cents in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was my Imaginary review, y'all. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and much love. MOONKID out.
MOONKID. It's a lot of crime where I'm from. Try me and get touched. Be in LA, the hood, but VA in my blood. It's the Moon Wolf, nigga, come with booze and butt. Protecting the city, Los Angeles is my Gotham.